Hey e-commerce brand owners, are you noticing that customers are hesitating to buy, which is costing you more on acquisition cost? I'm Harith Ahmed and I helped numerous e-commerce brands to stabilize their profits, which is often fluctuating between 10,000 to 100,000 per month. And if you're looking to incorporate an email flow retention system that boost revenue and most importantly retain it, this video is for you. Today we're going to explore why customer journey is crucial and which email flows you need to build trust, value, and ultimately make people purchase. Many e-commerce owners believe it's impossible to retain high revenues, but I'm here to show you that it absolutely is. And stick around until the end of this video and I'll share a special link to access information that I presented in this small lecture. Let's dive in. So right now we're going to speak about the customer journey and how can you utilize email marketing to help guide your customer through their journey as they browse your website and buy your product. And this is very important for e-com brand owners because a lot of time we don't know how do people go from not knowing about your brand into being aware of it, into considering it, into making a decision and finally purchasing from it. And if we don't know how this process go, we're not gonna have the ability to systemize the process so we could make it easier and smooth for people who do not know your brand to learn about your brand and purchasing from it. So if we could systemize this process, this funnel that the people go through, we could make it so easy for them to learn about your brand and eventually purchasing from it. And with email marketing, we have flows, and flows are essentially are automated emails that act based on triggered behaviors. So if a person does a specific behavior within your website, what's gonna happen is gonna get a specific email flow. If someone does another specific behavior within your website, he might receive a different email flows. And how email flows can help your customer is through guiding them while they are in different stages of this journey. And by you sending them different email flows which get sent automatically to them based on their trigger behavior, you can make the journey so easier and smooth. A lot of brand owners, they're not aware of the fact that by making a customer journey easier for their customers, what's gonna happen, they're gonna love your brand way more. People love brands that show support, that provide value, especially if it's a brand that the person liked. Think about the different things you bought from different brands, the different things you're into, TV shows, movies that make you buy maybe figurines, t-shirts, and things like that. And if these people had people like in customer service to help them when they have any questions or specific things they're looking for, they would really appreciate that experience. And by you making the experience easy, they could come again, go through that experience, and purchase again. So this is why it's so important to know about the customer journey and how can email flows help your customers through this journey, this funnel. So let's start with what is a customer journey. The customer journey refers to the complete experience a customer goes through when interacting with a brand, from the initial awareness of a product or a service to the final purchase and beyond it. It encompasses all the stages of a customer life cycle and is often depicted in a series of stages that highlight key touching points. So these are the customer journey map stages. Usually it's different. So this is the customer journey map stages. So the first stage is being aware of your brand, seeing maybe an advertisement, YouTube, or social media, and then considering, which is basically them considering should they buy from you, buy from a different brand who has the same product, and then they have to make a decision. Should I go with this? Should I go with that? Let me do research, and then eventually they could make a purchase and you could retain them. And after you're able to retain them, they could become a loyal customer based on how many times they purchase from your brand. And this is what we want to do, essentially help and guide our customer through this funnel and give them the necessary support they need. So the rule of 7 says that the customers need to see your brand about 7 times before they're likely to buy. This idea was started back then. It's not a strict rule. There's no guarantee that exactly 7 exposures will lead to a sale. Instead, it emphasizes the importance of increasing your brand visibility. The more often people interact with your brand, the more memorable it becomes, helping to build trust and credibility. It's hard to build trust and credibility if a person does not see your brand often. Think about these people who you trust, these people you think have a lot of credibility. Apple, Samsung, and these different brands. Why? Because they spend so much money on marketing to the point you could see them everywhere. People have their phones, so you trust these brands. You believe they have a lot of credibility behind them. So as an ecom brand owner, what you want to emphasize in your marketing strategy is how often people see your brand. And one of the best way for people to see your brand is through emails, because emails is the cheapest form of marketing comparing to advertisement. Automatically will cut your acquisition cost, but also with emails you could send a lot of emails which gonna create so many different touching point where a person can become aware of your brand. And the more time you spend making a person aware of your brand, eventually they're gonna check out your website and eventually they might purchase. But it's all about being consistent and disciplined with your effort to show people your brand, and eventually when the person in the mood to buy, he's gonna buy. But you have to put a groundwork to determine how high you go. So here's some stats that prove the value of customer experience, which is very important. Companies that lead in customer experience outperform laggards by 80%. 84 companies that work to improve their customer experience report an increase in revenue. 83% of the companies that believe it's important to make customers happy also experience growing revenue. Brands with superior customer experience bring 5.7 times more revenue than competitors that lag in customer experience. 73% of consumers say a good experience is the key in influencing their brand loyalties. 77% of consumers say inefficient customer experiences detract from their quality of life. Customer-centric companies are 60 more profitable than companies that don't focus on customers. Customers switching companies due to poor service cost the U.S. companies a total of $1.6 trillion. Loyal customers are 5 times more likely to purchase again and 4 times more likely to refer a friend to a company. So this is why it's so important to actually put a lot of work into your customer experience, because the more you care about your consumers, the more you care about the people who's on the other side, the more they're gonna care for you. And by you providing value, making the customer journey easier. So the email flows in your business to improve your customer journey. First, you need the welcome series. The purpose of it is to introduce new subscribers to your brand, products, and value. And the importance of it helps you set tone for your relationship with your new customer. It encourages initial engagement and can lead to higher conversion rate. This email flow is so important because a lot of e-com brands do not have it turned on, or they don't have it at all, so they miss in all this extra revenue they could generate for their brand. And you can see that a lot of e-commerce, some of them have 10,000 email subscribers, 20,000 email subscribers, and they don't even have a welcome series built in within their Klaviyo. And the welcome series is going to help you cover the people in these following stages: the awareness stage, the consideration stage, and the decision stage. Because the welcome series will help someone become aware of your brand. Then if you have enough value, information, testimonies, reviews, the brand story, this all gonna help in the consideration stage, then the decision stage, and eventually the purchasing stage. So if you could start really strong with the welcome series, you could really improve your customer service. The abandoned cart, the purpose of it is to remind customers who left items in their cart without completing a purchase. And the importance of it is to recapture potential lost sales by encouraging customers to return and complete their purchase, often with more incentives. And this is so important because the abandoned cart help you in the area of the abandoned cart flow sequence, help you in the consideration stage and the decision stage. And this is actually something I went through. I literally went on this clothing anime based website, and I was checking out some of their products and things like that, and I decided to put one of their product on my cart. I had something that came up with my life I had to take care of, and I forgot about that brand. I forgot about the whole thing, and eventually in 1 hour, 2 hours, they sending me a follow-up email to let me know, hey, you forgot this item within your cart, would you like to purchase it, and here's a discount, and here's other products. That literally made me want to purchase from them, because it makes a person feel like you're with them in their customer journey and you're sending them tailored messages. Post-purchase follow-up purpose is to thank customer for their purchase and provide order details and suggest complementary products. And the importance of this flow sequence is to reinforce positive experience and encourage repeat purchases by fostering customer loyalty. So the post-purchase flow is a good flow to hit the retention area and the loyalty area, showing more support, letting people know, hey, you bought this product, so let's suggest you more product that you might like. For example, someone who bought a protein powder, he might get suggested in a post-purchase email, maybe you should buy a creatine, which is going to support building muscle. You should buy a multivitamin for overall health. And this is going to help in the retention process of your customers, because people like it when you're being helpful and actually give them suggestions based on what they picked. The win back flow, it's not supposed to say campaign, but the purpose of it is to re-engage customers who haven't interacted with your brand in a while. And the importance of it helps recover potential lost customers by reminding them of your brand and offer incentives for them to return. So this flow sequence can help people in the consideration area and the decision area, trying to win them back and support them in the decision making and whether or not should they consider your brand when it comes to purchasing from it. The product review request, the purpose of it is to encourage customers to leave reviews after a purchase, and this email flow sequence will help you in the stages that deal with the retention and loyalty, because if people bought a product they actually like and they enjoy, and if you provide them with the email or a place to write a review about it, they will write the review if it's actually a product that actually really made them happy and excited. The browse abandonment, the purpose of it is to target customers who viewed your product but didn't add them to their cart, and the importance of it is to nurture interest and encourage customers to reconsider product they showed interest in, increasing conversion chances. So people who viewed certain product but didn't click on them, they're gonna receive this email that's gonna let them know, hey, we saw you considering this product, maybe this is a suggestion for you, maybe you should look into this, here's some value, here's some testimony, these are some reviews. And this is gonna all help in the browse abandonment, because it's gonna hit the consideration, the decision stage. And as you could see, all these different email flow sequence, there's way more email flows that you could also incorporate. To a certain extent, they don't only hit a specific customer stage, but they kind of overlap each other, which is very important. So when one of these email sequence gets sent, customer may trigger multiple behaviors within your website, which might lead to them receiving multiple emails from you. So they're getting all these different touching points at different areas due to different things they click, and this will really show your customers there's a person there with them, providing them with suggestion, providing them with ideas, values, showing them testimonies, reviews, so they could feel more trust towards your brand, feel you're credible, so they can build trust and credibility with your brand. And all these things are helpful. So to summarize, email flows help in customer journey because they help you when it comes to personalized communication. Specifically targeted messages. Flows allow you to send tailored messages based on a customer behavior and preferences, making your communication very relevant and engaging. The life cycle of emails. Automating emails for specific stages, the welcome series, the abandoned cart to post purchase, ensures a customer receive appropriate content at the right time. Number 2, it increases engagement through things like timely interactions. Flows can trigger email based on their action, like browsing a product or abandoning a cart, encouraging customers to complete their purchase or re-engage with your brand. And it also give you consistent touching point, like I said many times. Regular automated interactions keep your brand top of the mind without overwhelming the customers. And number 3, enhance customer retention. Post-purchase flow, for example, following up with a customer after a purchase, help build loyalty. You can send a thank you email, a request for a review, or suggest any complimentary product. It also helps when it comes to re-engagement campaigns. For inactive customers, flows can help win them back through personalized and reminders. And it also will help you when it comes to scalability. Automation, once they're set up, flows run automatically, save you time, resources, and this will allow you to scale your marketing effort without sacrificing personalization, which is very important. A lot of e-commerce brand, if they want to scale up, they need to make sure that the foundation foundation they're building is very solid. Do they have good marketing? Do they have good social media? Do they have good email system that sends automatic messages based on the customer behavior? Because if they don't have all these things set up in place, building the foundation, their ability to go higher and scale up is going to be very hard, because they're going to realize as they try to scale up, there's many holes they're not covering within their customer journey, their marketing, and things along this line. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I got more videos to come. And if you're interested to speak to me or my team, please click the link in the description down below.